ship.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
How did we get to America? On ships, right? So did everybody on the earth go into slavery on ships? Who went into slavery on ships, brother? That's right.
Crazy.
For yourself, know perfectly that the day of the Lord is coming as a thief in the night. What? As a thief in the night.
Thief in the night.
Right.
The Lord is gonna come as a thief in the night, man. Nobody knows when the Lord is gonna come back.
Right.
Nobody knows.
This the book of wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion.
What?
For wisdom is more moving than any motion.
Right, the wisdom of the Lord, man, right, and the wisdom of life is more moving than any emotion, man, right? And that's what the Lord has given us to speak to our people, man, right? And that thing is gonna move you more than anything, man, right? It's gonna move you more than damn weed, right? It's gonna move you more than that damn Hennessy bottle, right? It's gonna sit there and move you more than damn Keisha, Letitia, right? And all these damn heathenistic women, man. Right.
Oh, you're going crazy.
To the Most High, right? So family, y'all been up here for a minute, right? I'm gonna just ask her, like, give me like 3 minutes just to go over a couple things real quick. And all praise, I appreciate y'all for us. Y'all even giving us y'all time and having a minute for the words of the Lord at the end of the day. Real quick, go to the book of, I want to deal with something. Go to the book of Job, chapter 22 and verse 21.
The book of Job, chapter 22 and verse number 21. And it reads, acquaint now thyself with him.
The Lord say,
Acquaint now thyself with him.
So the Lord said, acquaint yourself with him. Obviously, y'all believe in God, right? Obviously, y'all believe in the Son. Obviously, y'all believe in the Lord. Y'all got faith in the Most High God, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But it's another thing to have that, and it's another thing to acquaint yourself with him. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of people that believe in God. Right. It's a lot of people that believe in the Lord. But it's one thing to believe in him. It's another thing to show you love him. It's another thing to be acquainted with him. It's another thing to be close unto him. See what I'm saying? Right? I can say I know you, right? Because you came up here. You kind of been up here for a good amount of time. Right? What's your name, King? Jalen. Right, so Jalen, you feel me? I might say, oh yeah, I know that, brother. But I don't really know you, right? I'm not close with you. I'm not acquainted with you. But that's how we got to be when it comes to the Most High God. We got to acquaint ourselves with him. Go ahead.
Acquaint now thyself with him and be at peace. Thereby good shall come unto thee.
Thereby good shall come unto thee. Even what y'all was kind of going into a little bit earlier, talking about that good that's that we can kind of go into, or Black Wall Street and all this and that, and how can we prosper in this society, so on and so forth. Right, at the end of the day, we're coming back into the Most High God, right, and he'll take care of the rest. Right, that don't mean you just be a couch potato. You see what I'm saying? But hey, at the end of the day, the Most High God is the one that make man rich and poor. You see what I'm saying? He the one that open up doors and close them. He the one that paves the way for people. Go ahead.
Verse 22. Receive, I pray thee, the law from his mouth.
I said receive the law from his mouth. Right. You see what I'm saying? And right now, y'all receiving the law. See what I'm saying? You already don't eat pork, right? The sister, you said you weren't going to eat pork no more. Lord willing, we're going to pray for you. Lord willing, the sister, hey, you kind of cutting that off. Because at the end of the day, ain't nothing worth. Pork is not worth dying over, especially when you got substitutes, right? And you got to care about your body and your health. Right. See what I'm saying? They always say if you knew better, you do better. Right, go ahead.
And lay up his words in thy heart.
Right, so we got to lay up the words of the Lord in your heart. Your heart is your mind. Your heart is not what beating your chest. Your heart don't necessarily think for you. That's just a term, but your heart is your mind. You see what I'm saying? So with that, how do we get closer to the Most High God? I'm gonna start off with this. What's the name of the Most High?
Long name y'all just said, I can't.
You said, huh?
The long name y'all just said, I assume that was like, y'all was saying.
So the name of the Most High God is Yahweh. Right. Right means he is or he exists. That's right. Yeah. See how easy it was for you to say it? Yeah, no, that's right though. It's Yahweh. Right? So the name Yahweh, you understand, in the Bible it'll read Jehovah. But the letter J was just invented around the 1600s. So it's literally impossible for his name to be that. Same thing with the word Jesus. Right? His name literally wasn't Jesus. He was a Hebrew. The letter J just was invented. Right. And it's the newest English character in the alphabet. That's right. That's beautiful. We're gonna go through it. Now we're gonna go through it. First I'm gonna get the name of the Most High God real quick. Go to the book of Psalms chapter 83, right, verse 18.
Psalms chapter 83 and verse number 18. And it reads, that men may know that thou, whose name alone,
whose name is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Who?
Is Yahweh.
They said it's Yahweh. You understand? Like I said, Yahweh in the Hebrew means he is or he exists, because he just is. He exists outside of all this and time and all that other different stuff. You see what I'm saying? So the name of the Most High God is Yahweh. Right? Somebody hold the book of John chapter 16 and verse 23 for me. Right? Go to the book of Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21 and give me the book of somebody give me the book of Sirach chapter 46 and verse 1 and Numbers chapter 16 and verse 13. Bring this up. Or it's like at 13 and 16.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh Shah.
Right, so this is talking about who the world calls Jesus. Right, this is the prophecy about him. Right, talking about his mother Mary and how she would bring forth a son whose name is, in the Bible it say Jesus, but his real name was Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah means he saves or he delivers. Right, read on.
For he shall save his people from their sins.
Because that was what he came. That's what he comes on the earth to do. When he came the first time, he came to what? Save his people. Right. You understand? Give them a better way. Right. Bring this out.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 46, and verse number 1. And it reads, Jesus, the son of Nave.
Right. So it says Jesus, the son of Nave. Right. So this actually is talking about Joshua, who you read about in the Bible. Right. Y'all know, you ever heard of Joshua, right? This is actually talking about him, but a lot of people don't know Joshua and who the world calls Jesus actually had the same name. Right. The reason why it's worded differently, one is Joshua, the other one is Jesus, because the word Joshua, it was translated from the Hebrew. Right. So they translated the word Yahweh Shai, right, into the Hebrew. It transliterates into Joshua. But when you do it in the Greek, it translates to Jesus. Right, not Jesus, because like you said, the letter J was just invented, but it translates into Jesus, and then when the letter J came, they literally called it Jesus. Right. See what I'm saying? But this is, we're going to continue reading on. It's really going to go into what the meaning of the name is. Right? We don't, or actually hold this real quick. Bring out Numbers.
Numbers, chapter 13 and verse 16. These are the names of the men which Moses sent to spy out in the land. Right. And Moses called Hoshea, the son of Nun.
Right, it said Hoshea, son of Nun. Hoshea in the Hebrew is Hawashah, right, which means deliverer. You understand? Go ahead. That was Joshua's original name. Moses actually changed his name because of what he was going to be sent forth to do. Right, read on.
And Moses called Hoshea, the son of Nun, Joshua.
See that? So Moses ended up changing his name from Hoshea to Joshua. Right, which in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Right, we get ready to read why he did that. Right, bring this up.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 46 and verse 1. Reading on. Jesus, the son of Nave, was valiant in the war.
I say it was valiant in the wars. Like when you read the book of Joshua and read about all the wars that they was in. Read the book of Exodus when they was going against Amalek and the wars that he fought in. Go ahead.
And was the successor of Moses.
Who was the successor of Moses? Joshua. Remember after Moses died, because remember he couldn't go into the promised land, right? Who did he raise up? Joshua. Right, go ahead.
And was the successor of Moses in prophecy, who according to his name,
he said according to his name, so it's going to tell you what his name means. Go ahead.
Was made great for the saving of the elect of Yahweh.
See, that said was made great for the saving of the elect, meaning his word is going into what? Saving. Right, hence the word Yahweh Shah, meaning he saves or he delivers. So that's the name of who the world calls Jesus Christ. His real name is Yahweh Shah. Right, I want to say that for me.
Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah. Then the name of the Most High God. Do y'all remember? You remember? You said it earlier. Right, the name of the Most High is Yahweh. Yahweh. And then his son name is Yahweh Shah. It's literally the same. Difference is you got Shai on the end, right, of who the world calls Jesus Christ. So the Most High God is Yahweh, and his name of his son is Yahweh Shai. And this is the Hebrew language. This is our original tongue. Right, now the reason why that's important to know is because at the end of the day when you praying, you got to know who you praying to. A lot of people say God, God, God. Guess what? It's a lot of gods. It's a lot of idols. People worship all type of gods. You see what I'm saying? But what God are you talking to? What God are you trying to get this message to? Right, bring this up.
It's the book of John, chapter 16 and verse 23. And in that day ye shall ask me nothing. Verily, verily, I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall ask the Father in my name.
In my what?
In my name.
This is Christ telling his disciples. He like, so whatsoever you ask the Father in my name, go ahead.
he will give it you.
You see that? So when we pray to the Most High God, we pray to the Most High God, but we do it in the name of His Son. So when we pray, we'll say Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shah, and then you begin your prayer, right? Because that's who you're talking to, right? That's who our advocate is at the end of the day. A lot of people think you just go straight to the Father. Nah, we need an advocate. See what I'm saying? The Most High God is in the heavens, and we upon the earth. Right, give me that in the book of, real quick. Give me that in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 2. Ecclesiastes 5 and 2.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse number 2. And it reads, be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thy heart be hasty to utter anything before Yahweh.
Right, so when you pray to the Most High, you want to kind of meditate on what you're gonna ask the Lord. You don't want to just kind of go in there, you just saying whatever. Right, now that don't mean it's a sin or nothing like that, but for example, I'm gonna put it like this, right? When you're trying to go to a job interview, what do? You kind of prepare what you're gonna say, you kind of prepare what kind of questions they're gonna ask you. You might put your white man voice on or whatever. You prepare it though. Why? Because you want to be presentable with whoever you get ready to talk to. It's in like manner when it comes to the Most High God. That's the Most High God. You don't want to just come any type of way when it comes to Him. It's gonna tell you that. Go ahead.
Reading on. It says, for Yahweh is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore, let thy words be few.
Right? You don't need to. Now, ain't nothing wrong if you pray for a while, you know. But at the end of the day, the Lord already know what you want. More importantly, He know what you need. So get right to the point, right? You don't gotta not to you know, kind of get on them or nothing like that. But you don't want to be praying and your prayer just turn into you saying the same thing over and over and over again, and then it turn into gibberish. Nah, just, hey, pray to the Most High. He already know what you need, right? You know what you want, right? Get right to the point. You try to prepare the Lord for what you're getting ready to say. Like, oh, it's a big one, right? I don't know if you might not be able to give me this, Lord. They trying to start your prayer. Nah, you get right to the point, right? And you ask the Most High God in faith, nothing wavering, right? Now, with that being said, right, what's the name of the Most High? Right, what's the name of His Son? That's right. That's something that we got to remember too. That's not just something that you kind of just cast away, because at the end of the day, this is us. Like we read in the book of Job. You try to go back to that for me real quick? That's us getting acquainted with our God. Because we've been distant for too long with the Most High God. Our people have been separated, and it's time now that we coming back into the Lord, right, wholeheartedly in sincerity and in truth and in knowledge. Because a lot of people, like we just said, a lot of people think they worship the Lord or they want to. I wouldn't even say think, they want to worship the Most High. They just don't know how to do it according to knowledge. It tell you that in the book of Romans chapter 10. Right, bring this up.
Right. It's the book of Job, which was verse 21. It's the book of Job, chapter 22, verse 21. And it reads, acquaint now thyself with Him.
All right, so who you acquainting yourself with? All right, there you go. Yeah, that's right. You acquainting yourself with Yahweh, man. Right, the Most High God. Right, read on.
And be at peace. Thereby good shall come unto thee.
Right, and we want good for you, brother. We want good for you. So that's all. At the end of the day, no matter what, that's all we want for our people at the end of the day. That's why we come out here, whether it's rain, sleet, snow, or it's hot, and we come out here and try to teach our people. Because we literally just want what's best for our people at the end of the day. It's all love. Just read on.
Receive, I pray thee, the law from His mouth, and lay up His words in thine heart. If thou return to the Almighty, thou shalt be built up.
So what?
Thou shalt be built up.
And that's what we want for y'all. We want y'all to be built up, but built up on the Most High God. Built up on the foundation of the Most High God, Yahweh, and in His Son, Yahweh Shah. Because at the end of the day, if the foundation is not starting with the Most High God, then what is it on? Right, give me that in Psalm chapter 127 and verse 1. Right, give me that in Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 15.
It's the book of Isaiah 54 verse 15, and it reads thus. Behold, they shall surely gather together.
Right, so kind of what y'all was talking about earlier about getting together, Black Wall Street, doing something for ourselves. Somebody give me that in the book of Deuteronomy 33 and 7 as well. Right, the Lord says surely they shall gather together, and that's what our people do. You got to think about it. Our people, if you really want to be honest, our people really don't have a problem getting together. Right, if something happened, like it's plenty of instances when so-called Black Lives Matter, when everybody seen what happened with our beloved brother, right, our people got on one accord, right, it wasn't necessarily the best thing, but our people came together. See what I'm saying? Our people come together all the time. Black Panther Party, the Crowns, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey. Our people always gather together. Even what happened in Mississippi, where was that at? With the riverboat. Yeah, Alabama. Right, what happened in Alabama? They seen their brother in trouble, and what did our people do? They went and gathered together. You see what I'm saying? So our people don't necessarily have a problem with getting together, but this is the main thing. Read.
But not by me.
But what?
But not by me.
That's the main problem. Our people to gather together all the time, but it's not by the Lord though. The Most High God is not at the forefront of it. Go ahead. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake. That's why all these different things, Black Panther Party failed, right? Marcus Garvey failed, right? Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, the Crowns, all these different organizations, they fall, right? Even Tulsa, Oklahoma, when we did have a Black Wall Street, what happened to it? They blew it up. Right. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we gotta have the Most High God at the forefront of it, right? Give me that in Psalm.
Book of Psalm, chapter 127, verse 1. Except Yahweh build the house. You
said, except Yahweh build the house, read.
They labor in vain.
They what?
They labor in vain.
It's in vain. You see what I'm saying? If it's not based off the Most High God, it's in vain. Go ahead.
Except Yahweh build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except Yahweh keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain.
It's all it's telling you over and over again is the Most High God got to be at the forefront. You see what I'm saying? He got to be the nucleus. He got to be the centerpiece. Without that centerpiece, it's always gonna fall. You see what I'm saying? Right, but bring this out. That don't take away from the fact though that you might be doing well for yourself individually. You see what I'm saying? This is LeBron. You got LeBron and all other different type of people that may be doing well for themselves. Nothing wrong with that. You see what I'm saying? Bring this up. Deuteronomy 33:7.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, and verse number 7. Bring it up. And it reads, and this is the blessing of Judah.
Who?
Of Judah.
Right, so the brother kind of went into it a little bit, if I'm not mistaken, about who y'all are according to your nationality. Y'all know what God called y'all? Said, nah. God. So at the end of the day, everybody got a God-given nationality. Though the nationality or ethnicity is just a bloodline of people you descend from. Right? So everybody on the earth got one. Most importantly, the Most High God gave everybody one. There's no such thing as so-called white men. I mean, white man. I've never seen nobody the color of this paper before. Just like there's no such thing as black man. I've never seen nobody black. I done seen some dark brothers before, but they ain't black. We all different beautiful shades of brown. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, what did the Most High God call us? Right? You believe you're a child of God, right? You believe you're a child of God, right, sister? So what was the name that he gave us? Because last time I checked, this ain't Bird Box where they just call us boy and girl. Right? Whenever you have a child, I don't know if y'all have kids or ever think about getting some, but one of the first things you do is you give it a name. Right? Right? Give me that in the book of Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 4.
Look at Isaiah chapter 45, verse number 4.
That's what the Lord called us.
And it reads, for Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel,
and who?
And Israel,
and who?
And Israel.
It said Israel, Yashar Allah in the Hebrew, right? Yah meaning he, Shar meaning prince, Allah meaning power, because we the princes, right? And the princesses of the Most High God, which is the power, right? Go ahead.
And Israel, mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name.
He said, I called you by your name. So the Most High God gave us a name. And it wasn't black, it wasn't African American, it wasn't Asiatic, it wasn't Moorish American, it wasn't none of these man-made terms that was given to us. Because all these terms that we go by was literally given to us by our oppressors. Except African American. Jesse Jackson actually came out with that in 1988. Did you know that? He came out, he said, well, we from Africa, right? We in America, we African Americans. Wow. Right? The last time I checked, I don't descend from two white men. Right. You see what I'm saying? And that's where the term Africa and America come from. It literally come from two white men. Amerigo Vespucci mapped out the land of America and then named it after himself. Right? Africa, right, was named after a man named Leo Scipios Africanus. Right? He conquered that land and then they named it after him. So when people refer to themselves as African Americans, you call yourself a descendant of two white people, so-called white people, right? But we don't descend from those men, so why would we refer to ourselves as that? See what I'm saying? Who do we descend from? We descend from a man named Jacob, who got his name changed to Israel. You understand? And Israel, do y'all know who Israel is to the Most High God? How he feels about Israel? What's special about them? Okay, what is it about the Israelites? Right? Y'all ever thought about that? All right, give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6, and it reads, But thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
So this is the Lord, this is Moses, right, speaking, right? Or this is the Most High God speaking through Moses and telling the Israelites that they're a special people. It's good to tell you something though. Read on.
Unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
He said above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So in the eyes of the Most High, he said, the Israelites are my chosen people. I regard these people over all the other people on the face of the earth. You see what I'm saying? That's how he think about us, right? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans make up the 12 tribes of Israel, right? With that being said, how do we know we the Israelites? Because we could just be saying this, right? But can we prove it? I got a real quick question for y'all, right? How we get to America? Slavery, right? What road of transportation? Right, right. You would agree too, right, sister? Did you know that was in the Bible? What if I told you that in the Bible it literally tell you how we would get to this landmass and what would happen when we got here? In one scripture, in one verse. Right, bring this up.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68, and it reads, And the Lord shall bring thee unto Egypt.
So look, read that one more time.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee unto Egypt.
Right, saying, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt. Do you know what that word Egypt means? So in the Hebrew, it goes back to the Hebrew word matzazorium, which means between two straits, bondage or slavery. Between two straits, that's an ancient way of saying stuck between a rock and a hard place. You see what I'm saying? Watch this. Let's just prove it with one scripture real quick, then we're going to get right back to the point.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 11, verse number 4. And it reads, Which I commanded your fathers in the day that I brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, from the iron furnace.
What?
From the iron furnace.
So the Most High God likens the land of Egypt to an iron furnace. You understand? Why would it be referred to as an iron furnace? If I put you inside of one, would you be comfortable? Nah, not at all. That's the point. Because when the Israelites was in the land of Egypt, what was they doing? Do you know? You said, huh? Well, yeah, but the Israelites was in slavery when they was in the land of Egypt. So let's put it in context back in the Deuteronomy 28:68.
Right? And the Lord shall bring thee unto Egypt again with ships.
How?
With ships.
You don't need last time I tell you, you don't need a ship to get from Israel to Egypt or vice versa.
Good point.
But you need a ship to get from where? From that side of the earth to on this landmass that we on right now. Right there, live and direct in the Bible, Moses prophesied to the children of Israel that they was going to go into slavery via slave ships if they didn't hearken unto the words of the Lord. Can we both agree that that happened? Right. So now it's history. Right? Once it was a prophecy, now it's history though. You see what I'm saying? And who does that fit? Does that fit everybody on the earth? Did all nations on the earth go into slavery on ships? Nah. Only the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, according to history. And all type of archaeology and other documents. You understand? So, by default, so far this is talking about who, brother? Right, it's talking about us. Who was Moses talking to? Do you remember? Who was Moses talking to? Do you remember? Who is the audience right now? Right? It's all good. We got you. 29 and 1.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 1, and it reads, These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
See that? So Moses is speaking these words to the children of Israel. Right. The brother was going over the curses earlier. That a covenant is an agreement or a contract. Right? If you do this, you're going to get this and this and this. If you don't do this, you're going to get this and this and this. You see what I'm saying? So that covenant was given and spoken to us. You see what I'm saying? And with that covenant being spoken unto us, that would have to be who on the earth today? Right. But as what name? Are we black people? Well, that's what they call us, right? That's what, obviously in society, right, they refer to us as black people. But what did our Father who gave us a name call us? Right, that's the point, King. That's the whole point. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we got to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments as. We can't come back to the laws, statutes, and commandments as a Negro. Right, or African American, or Asiatic, or Moorish American. We got to come back as what the Lord called us. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you can have any nickname in the world, but your parents are always going to call you by what? The name that they gave you. That's how it is with the Most High God. You see what I'm saying? So knowing and understanding that, right? How do we get back to that state which we can prosper? Y'all was kind of talking about it earlier, but now after the brother that kind of went through it, now I know that y'all Israelites now. How do we get back to that rightful state in which we supposed to be in? How do we help our people instead of hurt our people? Because when we don't keep the commandments, we hurting our people. That's why all these different things happen. You see what I'm saying? So how do we help them? Right, simple as that. It ain't rocket science. You see what I'm saying? And the brother gave you some commandments, right? Y'all already keeping some commandments, all praises. Right, can I give y'all one more commandment, one last commandment before y'all go? All praises, right? Go to the book of Exodus chapter 35, verse 1.
The book of Exodus, chapter 35, the verse number 1. And it reads, and Moses gathered all the congregation of the children of Israel.
What are the Israelites? Right.
Of the children of Israel together, and said unto them, these are the words which the Lord hath commanded, that ye should do them. 6 days shall work be done.
The Lord say?
6 days shall work be done.
The Lord gave us 6 days to do whatever you got to do. Handle whatever you got to handle. Work however many hours you got to work. Buy whatever you got to buy. Right? Read on.
But on the 7th day.
But on the what?
But on the 7th day.
Do anybody know when the 7th day is? Right. Hit the head on the nail. Right? Read.
There shall be unto you a holy day.
Right, so that day is a holy day. Lord gave us 6 days. He said, hey, on the 7th day, hey, that's a day for me. You see what I'm saying? What did he command us to do on that day? Go ahead.
A Sabbath of rest.
Think about that. The Lord commanded us to rest. Don't we need to rest? Don't our people work hard enough? Work hard enough. The Lord literally said, look, this is one of the commandments is to rest. Is that a hard thing to do? No, it's not hard. Right, chill out. Sit down. So, like, your parents used to tell us that. Sit down somewhere. Right, you're always running. Right? And that's what the Lord is telling us to do. He wants us to rest. Relax. You might drink you a little wine. Open up the scriptures. Learn more about your heritage and your nationality. Learn about the Lord. So on and so forth. Continue to learn these commandments. And relax. You see what I'm saying? That's a day to be observed unto the Lord. Right? Y'all think that is something that y'all can do? Yeah, that's easy, right? It's not hard. These commandments is not hard to do. Right? Read on.
A Sabbath of rest unto the Lord. Whosoever shall do any work therein shall be put to death.
Read that one time.
A Sabbath of rest to the Lord. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death.
Right now, obviously, nobody's about to stone y'all right now. You see what I'm saying? We not, you feel me, doing that. Obviously, Christ came, so on and so forth. But you don't want to do no work on that day. So don't clock into work. Right? Don't be around the house, cleaning up the house. You taking the trash out. Take care of that in those other 6 days. You see what I'm saying? On that 7th day, you chilling. Right? You got something?
Verse 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
I say you shall kindle no fire. You said, huh? Nah. You can't light a fire. Right? You can't light a fire. I'll put it to you like this. You can burn incense, you feel me? But you don't want to do it in your dwelling place. So, for example, right? You might go and light it, you feel me, outside. Or, right, if you light an incense. You can light an incense, right? But chiefly, you don't want to go and, like, start warming up your food. Right, you turn the stove on, right, you put it on 450 or 350, right, you warming the oven up, you get ready to cook. You can't cook on that day. You can eat. You can eat. You can eat real good on the Sabbath day. Right? We just ate good before we came here. Right? But you don't want to do that on the Shabbat though, on the Sabbath day. Right? So if you do eat something, like you eat cereal, make you a sandwich, it's a lot of stuff, trust me. Brothers and sisters get creative when it comes to what you can eat. You feel me? Chicken sandwich, all type of different things. Buffalo sandwich, you said what? Pasta, all type of stuff you can eat. See what I'm saying? So it ain't like you cannot eat, you just don't want to start up that stove, right? Or put it in the microwave and heat something up. Because that goes in, the word kindle means to start. So you don't want to start a fire, quote unquote, heat up something. See what I'm saying? But you can eat anything that don't require that though. Right? You ain't never had cold pasta before? No. Yeah.
You let it sit out. So you let it sit out. You're gonna warm it up.
So you ain't never had pasta before?
Yeah, but not cold.
Not cold? You ain't never had a veggie pasta?
No.
Gotta kind of get in there. Yeah, all type of stuff, sister.
She had a question. She had a question though.
You got a question?
You had a question.
I think he answered it already.
All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. So that's easy is the point, right? So y'all got some commandments, right? Y'all stay, y'all endure, y'all got the commandments of the Lord, y'all listen to the words of the Lord, right? You said, huh? God, real quick though, what did God call us? Right. Called it Israel. And Salaki, real quick, Chief, would your father be a so-called black man according to society, so-called African American? Or what would your father be? You said, huh? Yeah, what would your father be? Like, nah, your real father, like your flesh father. Yeah, biological. Oh, well, hey, God, that's right. He is an Israelite. That's right. That's right. He is an Israelite. Right, but I'm saying, right. Right, but according to society, what would they label him as? Like, is he Dominican? Is he Haitian? African American? Okay, Khan. The reason I asked that is because we got 12 tribes. See what I'm saying? It's one nation, but it's 12 tribes. So, brother, you would be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. That's right. That's your God-given nationality. You an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Right, that's the same tribe that Christ came from. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that the same blood that he had running in his veins, you got running in yours. Right, and they be like, they hate us because our melanin is shaking their signs real hard. Nah, it ain't about the skin color. But our people don't. But now you do, King. All praise to the Most High, man. You be safe right here out here, brother. All right, continue not eating pork. Right, Lord willing, you start keeping this the Sabbath day. Right. And Lord willing, you grow your beard out a little bit, brother. Lord willing, brother, you work on that, King. All right, so all praise to the Most High, man. Right, go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 44, right, and verse 5. Hey, come there, Charlotte. Come there, Charlotte. All praise to the Most High, man. Right, and this is beautiful, man, to be able to edify our people, man. And they stay for a minute, man. Sometimes you gotta pull Jake, man. You gotta pull Jake leg for them to stay and get the words of the Lord, man. But to freely stand up here for an hour and some change, longer than an hour, and get the words of the Lord, that's truly beautiful, man. Right, and that's somebody, right, Lord willing, they a household that'll get it together, right, keep these laws, statutes, and commandments in sincerity and in truth. Right, bring this up.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 44, and verse number 5. And it reads, one shall say, I am the Lord.
I am the what?
I am the Lord. And another shall call himself by the name of Jacob. And another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and to name himself by the name of Israel.
By the name of who?
By the name of Israel.
And that's what's going on in the last days, man. Our people in these last days, they coming back to the Most High God. They subscribing with their hand and keeping these commandments, saying they're going to keep these commandments, and they surnaming themselves after the name of who? After the name of Israel, man. The rightful name of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Not the so-called white man. You understand? Who took our nationality away from us, right, and gave us and threw us in the woods, man. Told us to go find something else. Hey, brothers. Hey, brothers. Give me 2 minutes. We taking a survey real quick. We got to get your opinion, brother. It's a survey real quick. It's 2 questions. You said, huh? Right. What you think Christ look like? You don't know? Right? Come learn, brother. The second question is, what's your nationality according to what the higher power called you? So the Most High God called us Africans? See that? That's why our people got to come back to the words of the Lord in the last days, man. Go to Job chapter 17 and verse 6. Right? All so-called white people going into slavery. Right? So, whoa on that. Right? Bring us up.
Book of Job, chapter 17 and verse number 6. And it reads, he hath made me also.
God, Shalom, King. Right? What's your name, brother?
Harold.
You said what?
Harold.
Harold, I want you to listen to this scripture real quick. Watch this.
It's the book of Job, chapter 17, verse 6. And it reads, he hath made me also a byword. What a
byword is, King? You ever heard that term before? So a byword is being called something that you're not. Right? So if I call you something that you're not, that's me calling you or labeling you as a byword. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
A byword of the people. And aforetime I was a tabret.
Right, tabret being much of the same thing. Go ahead.
My eye also is dim by reason of sorrow.
I said my eye also is dim by reason of sorrow. As our people speaking about our people as a nation, not individually, but as a nation, when you say that the eyes of our people are dim and full of sorrow, right? Kind of wandering eyed, that we don't know who we are, we don't know what's going on, we at the bottom of society. Will you agree with that, brother? Right? Right, go ahead.
My eye also is dim by reason of sorrow, and all my members are as a shadow. Upright men shall be astonished at this.
Upright men should be astonished at this. Go ahead.
And the innocent shall stir up himself.
And the what?
And the innocent shall stir up himself against the hypocrite.
See that? Don't you see that going on? Don't you see the innocent stirring up themselves against the hypocrite? Bro, what's the name of the sister that just passed away, got shot in the head? Sona Massey, right? And you got people stirring themselves up where that happened at, man. Right in the face of who? The hypocrite. Who's the biggest hypocrite on the earth? As a nation of people. Right? As a nation of people, who would you say is the most hypocritical nation ever? So-called white men. They the most hypocritical nation. And the reason I say that is because they try to push God, they try to push the Bible on the back of the dollar bill. They say, in God we trust. Trump holding up the Bible upside down and backwards. Yet all they do is promote things that's against the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Pass laws that's against the Bible. What was the first law that got passed when Obama was in office? Do you remember? In 2008, the first law that he felt the need to pass, right? It was legalizing same-sex marriage. Right? But they say that this is a God-fearing nation. Right? It's far from it. Right?
Same with Biden. The first bill that he passed was homosexual rights.
Yeah. You see that? I still remember in 2008 they had a parade and they ran around the White House with the flags. Right? And they couldn't wait to do that. Think about a so-called, even though he's not so-called African American, but the so-called brown man running around with the pride flag. They couldn't wait to do that. Right? But we're those people though. Right? So my question to you would be, if we relate to those different things, who did God call us? What did God call us? Where do we come from? What's our homeland? What language did we speak? Right? What's our heritage? What days did we celebrate? Was we always celebrating Thanksgiving? Right? And Christmas, even though you weren't even born in the wintertime? Right? What about New Year's? You think our people was always celebrating New Year's? Easter? All this other different stuff? Right? So these are the things that we're trying to give back unto our people, because our people don't know. And that's okay, because a lot of people genuinely don't know. And that's why we out here to try to teach the people and give them the game about who they are according to what God said. Because that's what matters at the end of the day, right? It's about what the word of the Lord said. I could care. All these brothers out here could care less about what I say. When it comes to the words of the Lord, it's about what the Most High God said. All right, King. So real quick, before I go into this real quick, you got any question?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, bet. Right. So I'm going to go into something. I wanna ask you if you relate to this. Is that cool? Right. Give me Zechariah chapter 7 and verse 9. Right. Give me the book of Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 5. And give me the book of bring this out. Give me the book of Jeremiah.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 11 and verse 5, and it reads, whose possessions slay them?
What did he say?
Whose possessions slay them?
Brother, would you say that we're possessed as a people? Like, aren't we in the hands of another nation? Yeah, so we're possessed. It says, whose possessors slay them. Right? What people are getting killed wrongfully? Right. You would agree with that, right? Go ahead.
And hold themselves not guilty.
Not what?
Not guilty.
They love doing that. Shooting us down in the streets, shooting us down in our own homes, taking our property away from us, taking our land away from us, and then holding themselves not guilty. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord.
They think they're doing the Lord's work when they treat us wrongfully. Right? Bring this up.
It's the book of Zechariah. This is my bad, Slakia. Jeremiah chapter 11.
Let me get Zechariah. 7 and 9.
The book of Zechariah chapter 7 and verse 9. And it reads, thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, execute true judgment.
What the Lord tell us to do?
Execute true judgment. And show mercy and compassions every man to his brother.
Right, That's what we supposed to do. We supposed to treat each other with love, man. Right? Show mercy towards one another, love, compassion towards one another, and do righteous judgment. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And oppress not the widow.
What the Lord say?
And oppress not the widow.
Right? We're not supposed to be oppressing our sisters, talking down on them, right? Pimping them out, horning them out, encouraging them to do wickedness. Right? Read on.
Nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart.
Right? It said, let none of you imagine evil, right, against his brother in his heart. Right? We would agree, a lot of our people imagine evil against one another. Right? I know a lot of people personally who kind of plot on their own people. They plot when they gonna run in. Right? They kind of stake outside the crib. They know when you leaving, when you going, when you at home, when you at work. Right? What time you go out to the gym. All so they can plot and spoil you and take your goods.
See that?
You see what I'm saying? Or they kind of watch you. They see you ain't got nothing on you for real, so they see you a lick. Right? Our people got to stop imagining evil towards one another. Go ahead.
But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder.
What our people do?
And pulled away the shoulder.
That's what our people do. Our people pull away the shoulder. You got kids, brother? Right? God. So I would imagine, obviously, you got a father and a mother. What if your father and your mother, what if your pops or your mom, they put their hand on your shoulder and was trying to talk some sense into you, and then you went like this? Man, I ain't trying to hear that. Damn. Right? It wouldn't go over well for you, would it? Guess what? That's how it is with the Most High God. Right. Most High God put his hand on our shoulders, gave us all type of blessings, made us above all the other nations on the earth, told us to do A, B, and C, and guess what? We pulled away the shoulder and said no. Right? I want to do what I want to do. Right? Good job. So, right, these are the things that we got to get back to, and we got to understand first. Got to understand that, hey, what? We did wrong unto the Lord. Give me that in Deuteronomy 8 and 5 real quick.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8 and verse 5, and it reads thus. Thou shalt also consider in thy heart.
I said, thou shalt also consider in thy heart, meaning think upon this. Go ahead.
That as a man chastens his son,
the same way a man would chastise his son. Go ahead.
So the Lord thy God chasteneth thee.
So the Lord thy God chasteneth thee. Because guess what? We the children of the Lord. You would agree with that, right? And as the children of the Lord, guess what? He deal with us as a father should with his sons or daughters. Right? If you tell your kids, hey, don't go across the street, right? And they go across the street anyways, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, there's gonna be some type of repercussion. It's gonna be some type of discipline. Right? That's how it was for us in these commandments. Right? The Most High God gave us the commandments and told us what to do, and we didn't do them. So now, guess what? These things happen to us. Right, brother? Trying to turn this around for me real quick. Right? These stuff happen to us. You see this right here, King? Right? This is not a coincidence. What they be saying, a coinkydink. Right? This ain't that. This happened for a specific reason. You see what I'm saying? And that happened because of our disobedience towards our Father. Right? So understanding that, right, real quick, go to the book of Matthew chapter 27 and verse 11, and give me the book of Luke chapter 16 and verse 32. Behold both of those. Right? We got to understand who we are. Right? Not only who we are, but what do we have to do while we on the face of the earth. Right? And understanding and knowing that one, so far, why are we in this position? It's a question, right? We kind of just laid it out for you. Why are we in this position right now? Why did this happen to us? Why are we in the slums? Why are we in the ghettos? Why are we
of their butts shall ye not eat.
Shall ye not what?
Shall ye not eat. In their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you.
They are what?
They are unclean to you.
The Lord said pork is unclean unto us as a people. If you see a dead pig, you don't even want to touch it. So even when you're at the store, you don't even want to touch the packet. Leave it be, right? Or somebody you might to take it out the packet, right? Go home, you thinking about cooking, you like you put it back. Now you're unclean. Yeah. So, right. So at the end of the day, right, we gotta put pork away completely. Right. Would you be willing to do that, brother? Because you already said this. You already said it ain't even that good like that. You don't even eat it like that. So it should be easy. Or do you feel like you don't have to? It's all good, brother. We family up here. You can keep it a buck with us. Our feelings ain't gonna be hurt.
Like at the moment, don't want to get up? No, but that's not true.
You said what?
Like at the moment, don't want to get up? No, but that's not true.
You said at the moment you wouldn't give it up?
Right now, no, I wouldn't drop a cold turkey.
Why not? If you don't mind me asking. Say you like bacon and ham? Okay. Like bacon and ham, right? So let me ask you a question. Have you ever had turkey bacon? You ever had beef bacon? Right? You ever had chicken bacon? Right? So there's other alternatives, you understand, for you to go after. Right? So if there's other alternatives, right, and I can still get that, not even a better taste, right, then when you want to drop that pork, right, that pork bacon, and go to something that is clean for you to be able to eat and stay out of the way of judgment. Right. So we don't want to just look at it like, I'm not going to stop at cold turkey right now. Right? Because at the end of the day, like I said, brother, the Lord is going to come back to deal with people. I'm going to just put it like that. To come back to deal with people who still eat pork. Right? Plus, it's bad for you. Right? Brothers earlier was bringing out all the time. Some brothers brought us some stuff I ain't never even heard of before. Right? Concerning what happens if you eat pork. Right? And continue to indulge in it and so on and so forth. And that's why our people, see that, walk around with HIV, man. And hepatitis. Right? So these different things we got to leave off from, brother. And pork not worth dying over. I promise you. Pork not worth dying over, brother. Especially when you got other alternatives. And you said you don't even eat it that much. See what I'm saying? Go to Isaiah chapter 60.
I got it.
And verse 5. Nah, 60 and 5.
Look at Isaiah chapter 60 and verse number 5. And it reads.
It's like 65 and verse 5.
The book of Isaiah chapter 65 and verse number 5. And it reads, which say, stand by thyself.
And verse 4.
Verse number 4. It reads, which remain among the graves and lodge in the monument, which eat swine's flesh.
What?
Which eat swine's flesh. And the breath of abominable things is in their vessels.
The Lord said swine is abominable. Right? Would you want to indulge in something that the Lord said is abominable? Nah, not at all. Right? Homosexuality is abominable. Right? The PDF file is abominable. Being something like that. Right? Being a whoremonger and adulterer, all of these things are abominable unto the Lord. Read.
Verse number 5. Which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou.
A lot of people think because they eat pork, that's okay, ain't nothing gonna happen. They say I'm holier than thou, hey, it's all good. But read on.
These are a smoke in my nose.
What the Lord say?
These are a smoke in my nose.
You ever got smoke in your nose before? Or you ever drunk popping that sharp sensation in your nose kind of came? That's how the Lord said people who eat pork is to him. An annoying a pest. Just annoying, something that you don't want to happen to you or be associated with. So you don't want the Lord to disassociate himself from you simply over pork. Go ahead.
These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. Behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but will recompense, even recompense unto their bosom.
You see that? You're going to receive a judgment. You're going to receive a recompense for that. You understand? So you got to choose this day, brother, on if you're going to serve the Lord and cut that pork off, or if you're going to continue to deal with that, continue to eat it or do it on your time, right, when you going to cut it off or not, King, right? But Lord willing, you pray about it. You understand? Lord willing, you seek the Most High God about it, and he put it in your spirit to be able to, cut it off cold turkey, right? Go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 35.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 35, and it reads thus. To me belongeth vengeance.
What the Lord say?
To me belongeth vengeance.
Read.
In recompense.
And what?
In recompense.
Read.
Their foot shall slide.
What the Lord say?
Their foot shall slide.
What's going to happen to these nations?
Their foot shall slide.
Read.
In due time.
And what?
In due time.
100 more years.
In due time. For the day of the calamity is at hand.
Is that what?
Is at hand.
Is that what?
Is at hand. And the thing that shall come upon them shall make haste.
They gonna what?
Shall make haste.
These things is gonna make haste in the last days, and they are making haste, and Esau time is coming to an end. And it's going to be a swift judgment upon this place, man. So with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh. By Hashem Yahweh Shah. Kwam Yashallah. Kwam Yashallah. Kwam Yashallah. Kwam Yashallah. Kwam Yashallah.
With ship!
With what?
With ship!
With what?
With ship!
How did we get to America? On ships, right? So did everybody on the earth go into slavery on ships? Who went into slavery on ships, brother? That's right.
Crazy.
You for yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord is coming as a thief in the night. What? As a thief in the night.
Thief in the night. Right. The Lord is gonna come as a thief in the night, man. Nobody knows when the Lord is gonna come back. Right. Nobody knows.
This the book of wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. For wisdom is more moving than any motion.
Right? The wisdom of the Lord, man, right? And the wisdom of life is more moving than any emotion, man, right? And that's what the Lord has given us to speak to our people, man. Right? And that thing is gonna move you more than anything, man. Right? It's gonna move you more than damn weed. Right? It's gonna move you more than that damn Hennessy bottle. Right? It's gonna sit there and move you more than damn Keisha, Letitia, right? And all these damn heathenistic women, man. Right?
Oh, you're going crazy.